Trees are starting to turn here.
We are at the Botanical Gardens. It's 9/11/2010, and this is a very momentous day, but we're here to celebrate nature and the opening of the Snuff Mill.
For carpentry and jobs and workmen. And then in about the 50s, they put a little coffee shop in here and event place. But it's been closed for the last 2 years for an incredible $11 million restoration. The exterior looks much more now like what it looked like originally. They did incredible work. They exposed all these beams. These are white pine beams. These are original. They landscaped the area with 10,000 native plants all around here. They have an incredible stormwater system so that only clean water will go back into the newly cleaned up river. And there's a silver LEED building. So to people in preservation, this is fabulous because you've got an authentic restoration, a wonderful old building, one of the few, this is probably the best pre-Civil War building left in New York City. And yet it is up to date and serving today's needs, which is what it's all about. Across here, you're looking at old growth forest. These trees have never been chopped down. This is the original forest that the settlers saw. There's 50 acres of it, and it's the only spot in New York City where you'll see it. The Bronx River has undergone a dramatic cleanup in recent years, and there's even a beaver back in the river. There hasn't been a beaver there since we killed them all for hats years and years ago. But Jose then an even more special 100-acre historic district. Around here, on the Laurelard Estate, you can still see the stone gatehouse that was H.A. Downing pattern book. It's a beautiful little stone schist building. This is Manhattan schist, by the way, the same thing that undergirds Manhattan, the stone that's used. You can see the Laurelard Estate section of the city. In the rest of the garden, you have the conservatory, which is a terrific landmark. You have the library building that you can get across from the train. The garden they've been incredible stewards of their landmarks, which is why we at the Landmarks Conservancy are here to kind of applaud them. And the $11 million came from the two Goldman Foundations and the City of New York. So they've done a wonderful job. And I know we're here on the day here. Some colleagues of mine from the Conservancy will be leading tours of the Historic District and the larger tram tours of the Historic District and the larger garden. There's information outside about the times. And Frank and Kim can also answer any more detailed questions about the restoration. So thank you so much for coming and enjoy. And by the way, if you have any questions about the Landmarks Conservancy and our financial and technical programs, we're happy to answer those too. So thank you. Thank you.
There's Lester wandering around. I'm sure the food is very good that they serve. Do you work here?
No, I'm president of the New York Landmarks Conservancy.
Oh, I see.
We're co-sponsoring the weekend with the garden.
I see. Thank you. This is where we used to sit.
Right.
And the floor is now very, it's redone. It's very smooth.
They've opened up the view, but they have got guard railings there that
Oh, yeah.
done beautifully. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and a little tent.
Yeah.
And it looks very nice. People all sitting on the benches.
I know that we're not going to see perfect for a while.
The room is, and there's a ramp for the handicapped. Everything is smooth. There are no steps here that you have to. Remember we used to walk down those steps?
Oh, yeah.
Those rickety steps.
Oh, look what this is gorgeous the way they did
And
that.
they have a little walk here. And here is the water, the Bronx River. And the bridge where we always take pictures from.
Yeah.
And the tram is up there.
And you know what? This woman said they're a school of herring.
Really?
In here, somewhere, yeah.
They don't allow you to.
It's down about 4 feet.
Yeah, the river is down because it hasn't rained. But you can hear the gurgling of the brook, which is very beautiful.
And the water looks pretty good.
It looks good? There's no green algae on
And
it.
you know what? If you smell the air around here, it is clear.
The air is
water
good.
Is pretty clean.
That means the water was
I remember
clean.
years ago it used to have a
Oh, did it? And this is the area where we used to sit.
Yeah.
Those little remember the rickety tables?
Oh, yeah.
And I hear some music coming. Refreshments for sale. Everything looks very good and organic. And here is a view of the outside of the new improved Snuff mill. Every brick in place, so different from the way it used to be when we used to come here and sit on the rickety tables in the crumbling concrete. Very pretty floral display. This is where the cafeteria was. And they have paintings of food on the wall. It's a very comfortable place. You could buy a sandwich and sit in here, squash. I can smell the new paint. Nice lighting. And the lighting fixtures, they're pretty. They look like all the floral displays are fresh from the garden. And you can see the Bronx River from here. This is a great place to have a snack. There is the music. It's a big bass and drums. Very quiet. Very soothing. I'm here. We're having a little lunch and listening to the duo. Very quiet music. Did you ever hear such quiet music anyplace? An October sky, a delicious sandwich, and quiet music. It's a miracle.
Blue is very renowned.
This is unbelievable.
Harriet, this is really good. They built the bridge over the narrowest point.
I thought that bridge was always here.
No, it's always been here. It's been a long time, maybe 100 years.
I think we walked across that bridge.
We did. We walked across it, right? And that's where you have the
cherry trees.
Cherry trees over there, yeah.
We're sitting facing the Bronx River.
And that bridge.
And
I think it must be 100 years old.
there's a very old bridge.
Yeah.
You think it's sturdy enough to last?
Oh yeah, it'll last a long time.
But it's all
Yeah. It's not affected by any rain or whatever.
I think it's amazing that it's lasted this long.
Yeah.
Maybe they reinforced it.
No, they might have. Sure.
And the very blue sky above.
You know, the aroma out of this here river is clear.
You
No
think,
smell.
right.
It's wonderful. This has all been done upstream. They must have laid the
I
fruit
like the
down.
sound.
Yeah.
Onward to
That
the fall.
water is gorgeous.
Clean
clean.
water.
Clean.
This is the Bronx River,
And never smelled better.
23 miles long, and empties into the East River. And right in our backyard.
Yeah. Imagine salmon trying to jump over a thing like that.
I love it.
Look at the scenery right here. Oh, gorgeous. Now, what's wrong with that tree there? That looks like it's dying. Straight ahead.
Well, I'm looking at the
Oh, the
foliage here.
the heat has taken toll.
October sky. On our way out, and there's a view of the bridge where we will pick up the tram.